Let me do it one more time.
All right.
So you gotta make sure the camera's selected. That's one thing I found in editing
Okay.
with this.
That makes sense.
All right. Well.
All right. We're back.
We're back here with season 2 of Made for Walking. As we all get through our lives here, one thing won't change, and that's Tom and Boots showing up to tell you nature facts.
Yes, and we got an
And
interesting
jokes.
one today. And we
Yeah.
are the #1 comedy migration podcast on the
That'll
planet.
never change.
It's never
Top
going
dog,
to change.
baby.
Yeah, let's say if anyone claims that they're the top one, wrong.
Do
Just wrong.
things to them. Knock them out.
Yeah, and say be aggressive.
Be aggressive. If there's one thing
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. We encourage aggression.
Yeah, always. But yeah, so California Gull is our topic today.
Wow.
I know. And not everyone knows which gull is which. Seagulls, everyone just calls them seagulls, but there's actually a lot of
Yeah.
different types of seagulls in the world.
Yeah.
You know, if you're on the East Coast, you're seeing different types, but if you're on the West Coast, or just the West in general, you're going to see the California Gull. Pretty interesting species. Really fun story that we'll talk about later with them. It's a medium-sized gull. It's kind of the typical one that you see in the parking lots of your like California towns. Scientific name Larus californicus. So yeah, like I said, medium-sized gull,
Yeah.
typical gull-like appearance. You know, it's fun when I read bird books and bird websites and do all this research. When they talk about seagulls, they just call everything gull. It's a
Weird.
medium gull. It's not a small gull. It's not a big gull. It's a medium gull. And it's gull-like
Wild.
in appearance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, the adjectives here really, 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 really terrible.
Yeah.
No one cares about the seagull, which is dumb because they're cool animals. What are your thoughts on the California gull?
You know, I guess I have had a lot of formative memories with, pardon my lingo here, seagulls
Oh,
in the New Jersey shore. I mean, so I feel like, you know, they were, I can't say that it's a bird I'm like, I mean, hear me out.
okay.
I feel like there's a comfort of home in the seagull. Like, even though there's gulls in a lot of places, I'm always like, I'm home. Even if I'm seeing this gull in California, it still reminds me of home, which I appreciate. I have memories of throwing the seagulls bread and being really excited about the large flocks of seagulls that occurred. Probably not the best idea because that certainly has made those seagulls really aggressive, and they want those sweet, sweet snacks.
They love their snacks. They are big foragers, and they eat just about anything.
Yeah, well, I can respect that. That's for sure.
I'm gonna
yeah,
take a wild stab here real quick though before we
do it.
Were you the type of kid who would just run through the flock of seagulls to see them just fly?
Yeah, I could get down with that.
Okay.
You know, one time I threw a rock to a seagull, not like at the seagull. I was like, I wanted the seagull to eat a rock, and I think it ate the rock, and I felt really bad. For a long time, I'm like, I killed that seagull. I killed the seagull.
I did that one time to one of my sister's dogs growing up.
It ate a rock.
Yeah, I put it in I still have the rock actually. It is a rock. I put it in the dog's watering bowl. It drank the rock, and it was like a $700 surgery. And my mom got the rock from the vet. She put it in a little plastic container and gave it to me and said, "It's a $700 rock now."
Oh my gosh.
Now, so I'll have to find that rock. But yeah, that's what I say.
You
Animals
should sell
will
it,
eat
man.
rocks.
You could get a lot of money for it.
This has been in the side of a dog's gut.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I say, animals will eat rocks. Be wary of who you're throwing rocks at.
I mean, $700 doesn't sound so bad. I had a dog that used to eat stuff, and I feel like it was thousands of dollars every time.
God, dogs are just so much fun.
Dogs rule.
They're so cool. But they'll eat anything. But they'll probably even eat seagulls.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? So, yeah, seagulls. I love seagulls. I don't know if I always like them, but Lord knows I love them.
You love them. And we love the noise they make. I think every time anyone hears a seagull cry, they're just like, ocean.
Ocean. I love the ocean.
And that's when I was a kid. I visited Florida quite a bit. I had family down there. And so it was always surprising because I would see seagulls back in Colorado.
Right.
And you're like, why is there seagulls here? It's not the beach.
This isn't the beach. Where's the sea?
Where's the sea? Well, I'll tell you why they do that.
Why do they do that?
Because seagulls, like I said, they forage for pretty much any kind of food. They like to eat whatever comes their way. They're big trash. You'll see a lot of them at landfills. You'll see a lot of them near dumpsters, high density areas. They eat a lot of trash. And so what happens is that seagulls migrate. They stay on the coast. But in the winter months, they do migrate inland for some reason. If they're following food sources, it gets too cold on the water, and so their food near the water goes down. There's speculation that tourism also causes that because less tourists on beach towns when it's cold outside, so there's not as much food, so they go inward. Yeah. But seagulls, they don't need seawater, fish, anything like that. They're not they're not built to just eat that. So they actually, some of them just stay. They just it's new digs. Yeah. It's cool.
Hey, I got webbed feet. That doesn't mean I can't be here.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I can't participate, be a part of this community.
They love the mountains.
It's human projection trying to put them into a category, which seems to be what we try to do all the time.
Yeah, especially with animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of categories for animals,
There are a lot of they were like
mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds,
carnivore, omnivore,
ungulate.
But, oof.
Oof. He says, oof.
There's so many. There's just migratory species, non-migratory species. I mean, even we kind of do it.
Yeah.
But it's a cool migration because, they will just come inland, and unlike a lot of migrations found within the animal kingdom, especially in the bird world, because a lot of birds, when they migrate, they definitely go back and forth and traverse the same areas. But seagulls, if they like it enough, they just kind of stay.
I just got all the sugar at the end of the latte, and it hit me like heroin. It was woo-hoo-hoo.
We love a good sugary coffee. I can't take black coffee. It's only sugar coffee.
I'm a big black coffee guy, but I've been in this editing crunch. So the caffeine I've been consuming, I was looking at my compost this morning, and I took it out yesterday morning, and I just, there's an inch of coffee, and I'm like, whoo, baby boy's turning himself into a little acidic paradise.
Oh, there you go.
So I was like, how about a little coffee treat with some sugar? Also, latte makers are the best thing ever. Like an espresso machine. I got this thing at a thrift shop for $8.
Okay, good deal.
Good deal. Oh my god, it's hit after hit. I can have a really great latte whenever I want. I'm drinking shots of espresso. I'm drinking Americanos.
Look at this guy.
I might be broke, but I'm a fancy boy.
He's a sommelier of coffee.
Thanks for noticing.
Hey, I appreciate it. Now, speaking of coffee, there's one community that we all know loves coffee.
Oh, let me guess.
Yeah, I want to hear what's your guess on what's the community I'm thinking of. It's a group of people.
Okay.
So not animals.
Mm-hmm. Insane Clown Posse.
Ooh, you're close.
Skinheads.
You're close in all those guesses because it's a radical group who settle with their own
Ramones.
community and like to keep. Big Smiths guy right now. It's fall. Gotta listen to the Smiths.
Well, it's fall. How can you be? You just gotta look at the trees on your way into work. And,
it's great. It's a great Smiths impression. I like it. No, but I'm talking about the Mormons, the anti-coffee brigade.
Oh, I've got some Mormon things to say about goals later. I'm gonna put a pin in it.
We're gonna put a pin.
Put a pin in it. But tell me what you were saying, please.
Well, so it's very funny. We talk about the California Gull. because state birds. We're all familiar with them. It's
Oh,
kind of
that's
lame.
where I was going too.
Oh, there we go. What's the state bird of Pennsylvania?
Oh, it's a grouse.
Okay.
What kind of grouse?
It's not
like-
Wawa.
Huh?
It's not the Wawa. The Wawa isn't the state bird.
Wawa's just the state mascot. The ruffled grouse.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of variety in state birds. Colorado has the lark bunting. Is not a lark. Fun fact.
I hope someday there's a baseball player named Lark who bunts.
That'd be good.
And there's like, oh, the Lark is bunting.
And he's got to play for the Colorado Rockies.
That's true.
Has to.
I always forget they have a baseball team. I've been watching baseball stuff lately. Not much, but I guess I like baseball, but I just don't look at it much unless are the Phillies still in the playoffs or did they get got?
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
More of a football guy.
Are you? Hut, hut, hike.
Hut,
Who do you
hike.
think's going to win the big game?
The big game this year, right now, San Francisco 49ers. They're looking good. They're looking mean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Vikings are not doing good this year. They're doing pretty terrible.
I don't know. The Birds are 4-0.
The Birds are 4-0, and they are looking good until they have to play the 49ers.
You wouldn't know a bird if it bit you in the butt.
I know. Good thing we're talking about birds. I'm learning all about birds.
Yeah,
Hey.
so tell me. Hey.
Yeah. So,
Tell me more
state
about birds.
bird
Yeah.
of Utah. What is it?
It's the California Gull.
It's the California Gull. We would love
So
to
dumb.
see it.
I mean,
It's dumb, but there's a
for good
story
reason.
behind it.
I think you should learn us a couple of 3 things.
We're gonna learn some things. So there's this guy. His name's Joseph Smith. I don't know if you've heard of him. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, Utah loves that guy.
Loves him. Loves Brigham Young. Loves everyone
Yeah.
in that community. And so what they do is they travel. They're not getting along with their neighbors in the east, so they're going to go out west. Is the kind of thought process of the Mormon Church.
Yeah, where were they in the East? Do you know?
I don't.
Got to figure out this whole lore.
I know. I would
right.
say that
Yeah.
one famous South Park episode I know. It's a great episode. I
Yeah.
learned so much about Mormonism from it.
Yeah.
But so they go out west and they find this area near a big salt lake. One would even say Great Salt Lake.
Because it was so much fun or because it was so big?
It is so big. It was very, very big. It was
Yeah.
one of the largest saltwater sources, like non-ocean ones in the world. And so that's pretty crazy. But, they got land. They can settle there. No one's there who they don't want there. No one's already settled that land except for the native peoples. Yeah.
Well, that never stood in white people's way.
No, that never stood in the settlers' way. So they settle in that area. They start building a city, a Salt Lake City. But they run
Great
into a
song
big
by the Beach
hiccup.
Boys, by the way.
Okay. I say this is a big music episode today.
Why else? Oh, it's the Smiths and
Yeah, we did the Smiths, the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Everyone get your hatchets out.
Mine's ready.
There you go. And the Insane Clown Posse and the Mormon Church. I don't know if they're too close, but I bet there's some overlap.
I think so.
But yeah, so they're trying to settle this area. They're trying to settle the Great Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But there's a problem.
What's the problem?
Well, they're trying to grow food. What's a big problem when you're growing food?
The food not growing.
Well, the food was growing. It was growing a little too well.
Oh, too much
So
food.
something got attracted to it because they're like, free food.
Ooh, bugs.
No. Bugs. Exactly. It's a bug. It's a cricket, but it's not actually a cricket. It's just called a cricket. Do you know what kind of cricket we're talking about?
A locust.
A Mormon cricket.
A Mormon
That's
cricket.
Yes, it is a cricket. It's a katydid. Named after this incident, is now forever known as the Mormon cricket. So the story goes.
Oh, they
the Mormon
they
cricket-
just invaded Nevada recently.
They need more seagulls, is all I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's
because
all
that's
I'm
what
hearing.
saves the day. The as the story goes, the Mormons settle. All their food's getting eaten by the Mormon cricket. They don't know what to do. They don't have pesticides yet because it's the 1800s. They really haven't been developed unless they're just going to throw like cocaine on it. But that's not going to help anyone. That needs to go in their Coca-Cola.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, they're just going out there. They're doing stuff. They're trying everything. So obviously, it's a religious organization. They pray. And God's answer to prayers of a locust Mormon cricket infestation is not a reckoning. It's not killing all the crickets, not making the food resistant.
Yeah.
God's brigade is the California Gull doing a migratory route, and they stop at the Great Salt Lake since it is a body of water, which they are more attracted to. Not necessarily needed, but hey, if we're going to stop, might as well stop somewhere nice.
Hey, I got webbed feet. We're in Salt Lake. Why not?
It's kind of like home. It's like our vacation home.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Home away from home.
Home away. Exactly. You beat me to it. So they come in and they eat all the crickets. Crop is saved. Mormon church is saved.
Huzzah.
By the California Gull. Supposedly.
Wow. What? Supposedly. The last time California saved anyone.
I know, right? God, ask all these people out here. So yes. That's the traditional story. Is that Brigham Young leads the Latter-day Saints out to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
They definitely get the cricket infestation happens. They pray. They get the seagulls. The day is saved.
Yay!
That's not the real story though.
Oh
no. So that's how the Mormon Church tells that story. The historical review though. So the Seagulls in the special year, which was 1848, by the way. So pretty long time ago. So it's a miracle. The miracle of the gulls. But in reality, the gulls are obviously on their migratory route. They're going to stop by. They see all the food. It's in one spot because all the crickets are now attracted to the crops. So it's just easy pickings for the California Gull. They ate a lot of those crickets.
Yeah. Why didn't they just eat? Why didn't the Mormons just eat the crickets?
It's a thing. Like, I don't know. People in America just are so against eating bugs.
Do you like eating bugs?
I've never had one.
Oh.
I would try a cricket.
Sure. Well, they make cricket flour. You can make cricket cookies.
Really? Have you had that before?
No, that's gross.
Oh. And I was I know a lot of people do mealworms.
Yeah.
High in protein for all my gym bros who are listening to the podcast. Get you some mealworm protein.
I don't find bugs appealing. I know I get it, but I don't. I just...
They seem crunchy, which I'm kind of into. I like chips and crackers, and they seem like a good crunchy food.
That's true. I mean, hey, prove me wrong. But
I'll say next episode, may have to get a cricket or two. You can get them on Amazon, I think.
I don't think you're wrong. That's not the issue.
Oh, okay. The issue is just eating the bugs?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so while the crickets were doing major damage to the crops prior to the arrival in the miracle of the gulls, the miracle of the gulls happens. Their migratory route goes.
That would be a good movie title.
That would be a good one. I mean, that's what this event's called in the Mormon Church. It's called the miracle of the gulls.
Yeah.
But as with migratory birds and what they do, they leave. And so they left. The crickets were still there. Still a massive problem, according to historical evidence. Also during that year, pretty bad frost, pretty bad drought.
Oh.
So the gulls had a minor impact.
I gotcha.
But it's kind of fun to say that the Mormon Church is saved by the California Gull.
Are you trying to say that a religion might have manipulated facts to further solidify the realism of their beliefs?
I think a little bit, and I think they
Why would
also just
anybody
needed.
ever do that?
I know it. Also, I think it's like a tangible thing that you can
Yeah.
point to,
Yeah.
because you're like, yeah, the drought's here. We can't really like fix that
Yeah.
because it's a drought. But if
Yeah.
you look at like birds coming, birds are typically like cool. People liked birds for a long, long time.
Sure. People love
So
birds.
So they come and they come and save the day, and you're like, hey, birds saved us. That's birds.
That's birds.
Did it.
Birds
California Gulls did it, actually.
did it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was also considered that it might have been a pretty unique experience for a lot of people due to the fact that they are migrating west. The people are, and so they're not familiar with this bird. They've seen seagulls before, but they're out east. And the eastern seagulls, there's a lot of different species of them, but those ones actually don't really go as inland as the California gull does.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they come to the west and they see these gulls, it's odd for them. It's a new experience. And so it's like remarkable for the people in 1848 where they're like dying of starvation and their crops don't grow. So when they see these birds come out, they're like, dang, this is the craziest thing. But little did they know that the seagull actually just does that every year, making it pretty remarkable event to occur like in nature. It happens all the time. But the story was so successful, it made people love seagulls so much.
Yeah.
They erected a giant gold statue of seagulls in the middle of Salt Lake City.
Dang.
And say there's this golden, it's a pillar, like a marble pillar, and there's two golden seagulls perched on the top of it.
Wow, I gotta look this up.
It looks cool.
Salt Lake City. Wow. Seagull monument. Look at that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of seagulls in the area, and apparently a lot of them do go into that like town square. You'll see them.
Yeah.
I've never been. I would go just to see the seagulls of the California Gull, to be specific, of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Because I say this, it's an interesting thing because it's a migratory animal, being the number one migratory comedy podcast on the planet.
Brag.
It's not to brag, humble brag.
We're just saying. Paying dues.
We didn't choose this life; it chose us.
That's the truth.
And I think it's just like a cool
Yeah.
story that like some people they saw a migratory route happen.
Yeah.
And it led them to like erect a solid gold statue.
That is inspiring.
And it's like, what other animal do you know of, or at least in the United States, of a migratory animal that gets statues erected of it just because it like migrated? Nothing special happened, just migrated.
That just migrated. Yeah, that's pretty special. We should be erecting more statues for migratory species.
Mm-hmm. And more just statues of animals. Be cool to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, right?
Like,
They'd ever
why
committed
not?
war crimes, put them up.
Exactly. There's no like atrocities
There's no
against
risk.
humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
like,
a great idea.
Oh no, we put a buffalo statue up. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
Who's mad about the buffalo? No
Literally
one.
nobody. People
Really
love it.
I bet if you put like a dolphin statue in the middle of Idaho, now that'd be fun.
That would be nice.
They wouldn't get it. So you have to come up with a fun story.
Did you see that shark, that salmon shark that someone put on the bank of the Salmon River and that said there were sharks in the river?
No?
In Idaho. Yeah, it was like
What?
a few months ago maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, they reported it like, oh, we found a shark. But someone probably just put the shark there.
That's not cool. Don't do
No.
that. Don't put sharks where they don't belong.
Leave the sharks in the ocean, please.
That's it. And they're just a misunderstood animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
They look scary. They're not that scary.
Yeah. They're scary, but to me, but I think they've got a right to live, and I've got a right to take a risk in the ocean.
Well, and like, this is the thing too. Like, it's media. We talk about media sometimes. Big film guys we are.
Big film guys. We watch them. Yeah.
You see Jaws.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my God, the shark's are actually going to get us.
Yeah.
Everyone watched it, but no one says anything about the birds. There were seagulls in that movie attacking people. They killed a guy.
Yeah.
I know one person died in that movie.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I don't know about anyone else.
No.
But yeah, I'd say the California Gull, it's just like an interesting one interesting animal because it migrates, but then it kind of doesn't migrate at the same time because if it likes the area enough, finds enough resources for itself, it just says, I'm going to relocate. Kind of gentrifies the whole Seagull area. Everyone's like, oh, it's all overcrowded. I'm just going to go settle out somewhere else.
Right.
Without thinking about the property values and the people in the culture who's lived there.
No, that's for sure. These seagulls are out of control.
They're out of control. And, and then it's also cool just to see like how people perceive animals when they see them, because in reality, the California Gull going to Great Salt Lake, eating a bunch of crickets is not a miracle from God.
One could argue that everything that happens is a miracle from God. Their migrations, it's a miracle. Maybe not in the way that the Mormons are spinning it, but, every day the sun rises, right?
Hey, it's a blessing. Every day's a blessing.
Every day is a gift, huh?
But yeah, it's interesting to see, like, because I don't know any of other story of just like a pretty standard migration happening and people claiming an act of God. At least in the U.S. I imagine internationally there could be definitely some stuff like that, or some native tribes probably have something like that.
Sure.
But as of what I know now, and through my research at least, comment down below if you know any other cool act of God migrations.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about them.
Yeah, me too. Did you know there's in one of the seaside towns in New Jersey, they trained a hawk to just attack seagulls?
Why?
Because they're annoying. I guess people find them to be annoying.
I could see it. I think everyone's got their pest birds.
Yeah, I mean, like the seagull situation at the shore, like it's intense. Like if you're 3 years old, you might end up. There's a good chance you could have a mix up with a snack and a seagull, and you might cry. That happens. It kind of happens to everybody.
Are you speaking from personal experience? You could tell me about your lost snacks. I'll understand.
I don't have anything specific. Like I feel like short, like probably. I think it's. I don't know. I guess I've probably stuffed it down so far, and just I don't know if I'm ready right here to crack open like an egg and make a mess.
Is this a therapy podcast? It can be.
It can be.
Just for seagull trauma.
Just for seagull trauma. I don't want to hear anything about your experience. Just seagulls.
Oh no! I find my mom attractive.
Poor
Freudian
you.
slips and all. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what your mind went to. Okay. Does
I'm
your mom
reading
listen to this podcast?
She does, but goddamn. I've been reading a book about Freudian slips.
Ms. Baumgartner, comment down below on how that comment made you feel. You reading some Freud?
I was reading a book. They talk about Freud a lot.
Oh, what book?
It's called The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir.
Ooh.
Yeah. Gotta learn about, feminism.
Sure.
And it's a really good book on feminism if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah.
It's not just animals here. I like to learn.
No. Dynamic lifelong learners over here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been learning all about the brick industry, is from what I've understood on our pre-podcast convo.
That is true. Bricks, man. Make a lot of friggin' scroll with those things. That's what I'm learning.
What's the best brick fact you have for us today?
Unfortunately, I guess I do take in a lot of facts about brick, but it's not like interesting information that I retain. It's more like the ins and outs of distribution and financing, not so much about the science. So
That's fair.
not to disappoint.
I don't think many people, to all our bricklayers out here listening to the migration podcast.
Sorry we didn't deliver.
Sorry. Yeah. We'll get you next time. We'll get you one good brick fact. Not guaranteed for the next episode, just at some point.
Yeah. I like season 2. You're like Mike in the Hand.
It's my setup.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it
too far away.
It's too far away. It's on my bed.
Oh, no. I thought you
computer's on a milk. I don't know. Turns out doing housework.
Oh yeah.
A lot of effort.
Dude.
Did not know. Did it once and I was like, damn, this is a lot to do.
Hands.
I know. It's like, shit fought back.
Yeah.
No, and plus we did a lot of outside. I say we planted a native garden for the pollinators. Got a lot of red spotted bees in our yard this year.
Ooh.
I know, because our hollyhocks. We had so many hollyhocks. Our house was covered in them.
What in Pete's sake is a hollyhock?
It is a tall flower plant.
Oh.
And when I say tall, I mean taller than me, and I'm 5'7". And they are big, and they grow great out west. So if you're out west, plant a little hollyhock. It's good for you.
Red spotted bee. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, they're so cute.
They're cute. They're big. We would just see them. You know, I sit out on the front porch. I'd watch them get in the little hollyhock, and then they get covered in the pollen, and they just fly away. It was a great time. So, no, I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying gardening, planting things, trying to plant a little milkweed in there for my monarch butterfly migration, just in case.
Nice.
You know.
Love that.
Practice what we preach.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say that's been going on here. I say wanted to get started with season 2 with a bang, with a miracle of God, because hey, season 2, it's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah. Let's some season 2 housekeeping. Look, we're getting it together. I think there's one thing that Boots and I are both in a transitory stage here with moving, and he's in his PhD work. Yeah,
which definitely we'll definitely talk about that in an episode. Finally got it finalized, gotten some plans going. Yeah. So now it's just to get there and do the work. Yeah.
But I think we got some. I think guests are on our horizon.
Guests are on the horizon.
Increase production value.
Always better.
Always
Look at my
better. New set.
I even busted out the dinosaur.
Yeah, he's got a dinosaur. I was convinced that was his quaint home office.
Hey, it's movie making magic.
It's movie making magic, baby. That's what matters. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I got on to say to the subject of that.
Yeah. We'll get them out there. We'll get them.
We'll get them out there. Please, bear with us through these trying times.
Mm-hmm. God, you know how many times I heard that damn phrase in the period of 2020 to 2022?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How many times I've heard the words "in these trying times"?
Yeah.
The precedent.
The president.
And then you know what's funny about that? Just on a little side tangent, because hey, we do side tangents here. We're not just all about animals. We're about the experience. Didn't hear a lot of we're backs.
Yeah.
I was did not get the McDonald's, because McDonald's was saying in these trying times, DoorDash your Big Macs instead.
Yeah.
Coming to the store, but there was never come get your Big Mac. We're back.
I feel
where was that?
There was some we're backs. I would say it was probably more of maybe a general vibe check issue, because there's a lot of people who aren't ready for the we're backness. And don't even feel being fully back is good, and then you have people, of course, who are like, there ain't no virus here. I shot it in the face. The virus is gay. Tried to make love to me, and I liked it. I don't know what that makes me. I think that's what I heard him say. But I think there is definitely some we're backs. Like, I feel like, like some kind of yearly event. I think they said we're back because they got to come in with a bang. Mm-hmm. Like, Bonnaroo 2022 was probably like, we're back.
Yeah. I imagine.
Yeah. I don't know. That time it's a little blurry in my head too.
I know. It's been just, what a time. But hey, we got a podcast out of it.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't make the podcast during COVID though. But I guess everything leads
in 2021.
towards everything. Oh, that's true. We met because we were back.
Yeah, we were
COVID
back.
Times. Yeah.
In COVID times.
I bet Camp Thunderbird sent an email that said, we're back.
I do not think so. God, there were so many rules and regulations.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
Crazy.
That was a tough time to be a person in the world.
Yeah. But oh well.
What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Animals double down on animals.
Yeah. They didn't get COVID.
No. I think, didn't a tiger get COVID?
Maybe,
something? But like one or two critters.
Fake stats, fake news.
Fake stats, fake news. These damn hospitals trying to get all that COVID money.
God, there's been so much fun stuff that's been happening in the world.
Yeah. Would you rather be a seagull or a hermit crab?
I'm going to just say seagull.
Yeah, definitely. Would you rather be a hermit crab or a worm?
Hermit crab?
Yeah.
I mean, they are the apex of evolution. You do know that, right?
Hermit crabs are?
Well, crabs.
Oh, crabs. Right.
Everything
they
becomes
don't
crabs.
Everything becomes crabs, right.
No, it does. In the evolutionary tree, you will actually see that crabs stop.
Yeah.
And then other things become crabs.
When are we going to become a crab?
Eventually. Just some Zoidberg style. I make that noise so much. Just sitting in my office, just bored. I'll just hit him with a whoop, 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 whoop.
That rules. Keep the people going there. Everybody's like, yeah, you did it.
He did. Say the line, Bart. Now it's just talking about Matt Groening cartoons.
Sure. No, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Would you rather be a seagull or very successful in your field?
Like my field of study or like what I'm doing as my job right now?
Field of study.
I'd probably say field of study. There's some real cool stuff you can do with GIS. Satellites? Space? That's cool.
Yeah.
Saving lives?
You can't fly.
True. Planes? Do planes count? I don't think planes count.
Well, it's different. I mean, you don't exactly see birds getting on planes. Usually, if they collide with it's usually a collision, birds and planes.
I know a person who had a emotional support pigeon, and she brought that onto planes.
That rules.
Yeah, it was sick. She even had like a TikTok for it. It was great.
Yeah, I could use one of those.
Just emotional support pigeons or TikToks?
Definitely pigeons.
Yeah. God, I love birds. Birds are sick.
Yeah. Sick.
I'm hoping to do some more bird episodes in the future here.
That sounds good.
Teasing? Do I tease a little bit at the end of the podcast?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I love a good tease.
One good brick fact, some point in the future. Bird episodes, some point in the future.
Yeah, a lot of promises. Not going to tell you when, though. Yeah, not until you brush your teeth and get ready for bed. And then we'll do it. And then we'll come tuck you in. You heard me. It's a school night. It's already past your bedtime.
Come on, though.
I'm not going to say it again.
Stay up.
I'm not going to say it again. We can stay up on the weekend, but you have school tomorrow.
But you let me stay. It's only 8:30. I feel like he's going to start counting down to 3 at me. He's got a real menace. Hey, audience, comment down below.
I'll come in and brush. I'll brush your teeth.
He'll brush my teeth for me. Oh,
yeah, that's fine. We'll do it together. How about that? Try to be.
If only I get to do yours though. I'm gonna do yours.
Fine. What? I'll do yours and you do mine. Okay.
Yeah, we just reach over. Just.
That would make a good promo video.
What's the Made for Walking podcast about? I don't know, but the trailer for like the episodes are them brushing each other's teeth.
No, we got to take that picture. We definitely need that.
We do.
All right. Well, this has been our season return for Made for Walking. God dang it. Thanks for coming.
We appreciate you guys being here.
It's true.
Appreciate the listens. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do all the things. You know, if you can leave reviews on the platform you're listening to, go ahead and do that. I appreciate 5 stars more than 1 stars, but whatever floats your boat.
As long as you do it.
Yeah.
Can't blame you.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, except 5 stars. Do 5 stars.
Yeah.
I will tell you what to do.
Foiled again.
Pull the rug out. But well, thanks everyone for listening. We do appreciate, and we'll see you in a while, crocodile.
See you later, alligator.
Bye.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop.